Hey guys, so here I'm going to talk to you a little bit about capacity, and more specifically having a capacity and doing the work to either build or keep a capacity in order to make your life as comfortable as you want it to be and as you need it to be. So what do I mean by capacity? Well, if there is a certain amount of work that you've got to do in your daily life, a certain amount of demand, a certain amount of things that you've got to be able to pick up, a certain amount of ways that you've got to be able to move around, we want to have a capacity that far exceeds the demands of our typical days. Because if our capacity is that we're just barely able to meet those needs, then we're just barely making it happen, and we're really bringing our bodies to their edges, and strains are going to happen, fatigue, weird problems are going to arise. So having a capacity where we've got quite a bit more wiggle room, we got quite a bit more of ability to endure in doing difficult tasks is going to allow us to have a much more comfortable daily life, weekly life, and it's going to make it so that you got a lot less problems that you're constantly cleaning up because, well, raking the leaves and bending over to pick them up for a few hours is just putting you over the edge. So I'm going to do a few videos describing different ways of looking at what sort of capacity is worthwhile, useful for you to have, in a way in which you can look at either making sure that you have that capacity or going about setting some goals to build that capacity so your life is as comfortable as you want it to be and you can feel as confident taking on all the things that you need to do and want to do without giving yourself another problem to deal with. I hope it helps. All right, guys, so one of the first main components to considering what's helpful to have for capacity would be the statement, you should be able to lift your body weight off of the ground. So that can be interpreted a couple different ways. And one of the ways that you can interpret it is you should be able to lift a weight that is the equivalent of your weight off of the ground. And what that affords you is a big capacity to be able to more easily lift and awkwardly lift weight that is far less than that. Say like 50 pounds, which would be a bag of mulch, which would be maybe a very big load of groceries, which would be a child. And if you're able to lift far more than that, then lifting 50 pounds for a while, repeatedly and awkwardly, isn't as big of a deal. What being able to lift a weight, the equivalent of your body weight off of the ground, also gives you is a great sense of your own body. A great sense of how your body interacts with the ground and how you may need to shift and steady yourself to give yourself leverage and to be able to drive and create power through your body to make the activity happen. So it's something that needs to be earned, and it's very worthwhile to get and to keep to make many other parts of your life that much easier. What being able to lift your body weight from the ground can also be interpreted as meaning is you lifting your body off of the ground in different ways. One is with your arms, being able to lift yourself up by them, either with your arms by your side in a chair, or either your arms on the ground and say like a plank or a push-up position, you're able to lift your body weight. You also should be able to lift your body weight by getting up off the ground, maybe not even using your arms, maybe getting to the ground and being able to use your legs, being able to lunge all the way to the ground and back. That is a very basic capacity that makes your life so much easier. And for some, it's there and that it's lost. And for others, they may have to work in order to gain it. But once you've got it, don't lose it, because life will be far more difficult if you're not able to lift a certain amount of weight, preferably your own body weight, off of the ground, or you're not able to lift your body in a bunch of different ways off of that very same ground. So reach on out if you have any questions about the details, but there's a bunch of different ways about going about it. Regardless, I hope that's helpful.